Hello everybody, this is White Wolf. Feel free to share out, feel free to donate. And we are going to be let's see here. There we go. So feel free to share out, feel free to donate. This is White Wolf. Feel free to share out. And also I got specials, 1 hour for $100, 2 hours for $200, and 45 minutes for $75. So what I wanted to talk about is being omnipresent and being positionless and not assuming a position and not feeling like you're a subject to object relationship and not feeling like you're a human being, and understanding when we let go of the sense of feeling, the sense of sensory input, but allowing ourselves to feel and to allowing ourselves to emit the frequency and the vibration, and understanding that we are the omnipresent nature of God's source energy. So nothing can present another position. There's not assuming another position. So being positionless is meaning that no matter what you're doing, you're still that transcendental consciousness. You're still that I am. You're still that beingness that's flowing through you. So no matter what or where or how you're doing something, you're still of source. So no matter what you go through in your life, there is no position that tells you that you're not source. So every time that we embrace our omnipresent nature and we embrace who we are and we embrace that we are the universe at large and that we're generating different types of universes, cells, and regeneration of energy, and also just becoming an individuated creation by allowing ourselves to let go, allowing ourselves to just be, allowing ourselves to just try to see within our own awareness and to see and to appear into every type of experience as if we're meant to be there. And it's just showing up, and it's just allowing yourself to dedicate yourself to wanting to be the observer observing, but taking it a bit further, knowing that you're the awareness before the awareness happens, knowing that all appearances are made because of you, and that there is no position being taken. There's no position here, but allowing yourself that you don't have to assume a position, you don't have to take a stance on something, you don't have to agree to disagree, you don't have to like or dislike something. But it's just understanding that you have the choice to go with what speaks with you, to go with what resonates for you, to be the immerser within your own awareness and appearances and manifestations and creations that you're trying to emulate and come back to itself, and you're trying to purify every single position and misstep and misfire, so that every time that you take a big step back, you can go 5 steps forward. So allowing yourself to understand that you don't have to assume anything. You don't have to know anything. You don't have to think of anything. And it becomes just knowledge that is channeled from your divine source of creation. And you can allow yourself to just be there and to be present and to be alive and to be the electromagnetic kinetic source energy. And you're generating another pulse, you're generating another polarity, and you're generating this electricity, you're generating such movement without having to really move. So being positionless means that you're not a body, it means that you're not an object, it means that you're not a concept, that you're not a spiritual teaching, that you're not really anything. You're not gravity, you're not any of these things that we assume on a moment-to-moment, day-to-day basis. So when we stop assuming everything, we become the container of all things. So if we can accept everything and receive everything and to emanate that blessing, we can become truthfully positionless. Positionless means that there are no rules and there are no time and space and there's no consequences to what can happen. Now, I'm not saying to be irresponsible with this, but when you're using affirmations and intentions and ways of seeing, scripting your life and allowing yourself to understand that there is no positioning, there's no being here, there's no objects. What you're putting down on that paper can come to fruition if you truly believe in it to the point where you absolutely know it for an aligned fact. So you don't have to get all the facts. You don't have to prove someone right or wrong. You don't have to agree to disagree. You don't have to be in a tussle with yourself. But realizing that you're not anything. You are a nothingness. You are a black space, a cosmic black hole. You are the void that you're trying to fill. So a lot of the times in life, we try to fill a void within ourselves with people, places, and things, and other concepts and other molecular structures, which really doesn't work. So as we allow ourselves to tap in and be reconnected and understand that we can manifest whatever we want to. It's just a matter of what do you want, what do you desire, and what are we willing to do to go after it, to strive for it, to become it, to want to learn every type of lesson here, but also to not allow it to be a concept or a thing that we do or a thing that we have to make a list about. If it's very helpful for you to do that, but when it becomes just repetition, when you allow your position list to be effortless and to allow it to have repetition, then everything can be generated from a sense of the I am. So yes, I am offering mediumship readings. You can feel free to share out, feel free to donate. Psychic readings, healings, activations, 1 hour for $100, 2 hours for $200, and 45 minutes for $75. So we'll probably do a meditation as well. But I wanted you to understand that when we let go of attachment and let go of the sense of being here, the sense that we are places, that we're going to places, doing things, allowing ourselves to go through time warps and to accelerate timelines, we can allow ourselves to understand that we're not really doing anything. We're not really positioning ourselves anywhere. We're not having a position. But what we are is that we're quantum jumping and quantum leaping and transversing different waves of energy. So you're transversing different waves of energy, and you're allowing yourself to recalibrate everything and to come back to yourself and to understand how you can truthfully emulate whatever you want to emulate and be whatever you want to become, and knowing that it has to become truthfully effortless if you want it to be flowing, if you want it to be of that aqua river flow of God source energy, understanding that it doesn't matter if you go right, go left, go diagonal, go north, east, south, and west, but it's all going to take you back to those golden arches. It's going to take you back to your own promised land. It's going to take you back to that state of awareness of who you are, no matter which direction that you go into. Now it allows us to see that we're here, but we're not actually here. We're aware, but we're the awareness before it's aware of itself. That we're talking, but what is generating or manifesting or emulating the talking as I'm speaking? So what are words of wisdoms? Because words of wisdom, teachings, spiritual teachings, allow you to get a sense of resonance, but also it gives you a sense of inspiration and allows you to have a sense of being methodical, because you're able to take that and implement it in such a way that it can change your life. It can change the way you feel about things. It can change the way you feel about your state of being, your state of awareness, anything that you do in your life. Vocal cords and experience, like this person just said, your throat chakra is generating a frequency. Experiencing the direct experience of meditation when you're tapping into the I am is allowing yourself to immerse yourself into different type of realities, timelines, experiences, and immersing yourself in the omnipresent nature where you can create within your own vortex, to where you can create from that space of awareness. from that space of consciousness. So it's really just allowing your transcendental consciousness to come back to itself, come back to it, who it is and what it wants to be, and allowing it to be it. So this allows you to not suppress anything when you become positionless, meaning that you're not an object, you're not a concept, you're not religion, or you're not even a spiritual teaching, you're not anything. So you become a nothingness, but you become pure in this because everything inside of you is cleared. Everything inside of you is emulated from the light of your inner self, and you realize that you're everything, because assuming a position or having a stance about something or agreeing to disagree or feeling like it's wrong because someone is very wealthy than you and you envy them, that is not getting you anywhere, right? So if it's not getting you anywhere, it allows you to truthfully be. It allows you to see. It allows you to immerse yourself within the dream state of consciousness. Whenever you're dreaming, it is a manifestation of you. It's a manifestation of your own appearances. It is all a reflection of yourself when you're dreaming. So every time that you have a dream, but also you can discern which dreams are of the light and what are not. So, but it's using that discernment. It's as if an angel's trying to appear to you, but if you don't ask it to reveal its true self, then that angel or whatever it was could deceive you. So it's as simple as that. Our thoughts, our emotions, whatever we're watching on the television, or everything that we're going through, like with our job, can manipulate us and deceive us to believing that we are, in a sense, delusional, distorted, and also of a lower self. So you could be having thoughts, but they could not be your own thoughts. You could be getting angry, but what is the anger spawning from? You could be getting triggered, but why are you getting triggered? Or why are you having these reflections day in, day out? Why are these patterns just happening? They happen because they allow you to truthfully see behind all of the roots of everything. So it's a grounding within your roots, but it's seeing the root cause of everything that we do by positioning ourselves into a state of being a solid object, of being a physical human being, of being in the third dimension's way of seeing and discerning and believing. So it allows you to get a sense that you're not here to be lacking of anything. You're not here to be small. You're not here to be lacking of water, of food, of anything. That you can truthfully just have everything if you just give yourself to that source of creation, if you give yourself to God. And it allows yourself to understand that by loving yourself, by honoring that alignment, by loving everything in your life and loving with every ounce of your being and going by your heart aligned with the mind, and then you understand that the body can allow itself to change and to emulate the light of source, the light of creation. And once you allow yourself to debunk everything that is your shadow or your false self or the imposter, in a sense you can light up the entire realm of yourself by just letting go of all sense of attachment and position and location, and knowing that everything in this reality is truthfully just temporary. Everything is. So also just know that my PayPal link is in the description here, and it is pinned at the top of the page. So if you guys want psychic readings, healings, activations, codes, downloads, you can feel free to share out and feel free to donate. But also we'll do a meditation as well. So what I really mean by the meaning of the root cause of everything that vibrates a sense of lack is really believing in something that is not true. So that means when we're assuming a position, assuming our own thoughts, and believing in this identity of lack and vibration, and that ego truthfully does not exist unless you give it power, unless you give your mind power, unless you give your thoughts power, unless you give the way that you look yourself in the mirror and not willing to accept that person power, then you will always be powerless and not be empowered. So when we don't allow ourselves to be empowered, aligned with our divine blueprint and our divine truth, we can get a sense that nothing is ever truthfully distorted. We only believe in the illusion of distortion when we give into distortion. So lack, condemnation, judgment, all of these things are not everything that is perceptible and true. So you can create the illusion of perception and perspective in the point of which we feel and create it and experience it. So it's all about your perception, it's all about your perspective, it's all about aligning with that truth and expression. That expression of the light of the oracle of bloodline wisdom, when you are able to align yourself with that divine expression, nothing can alter the way that you feel. Nothing can alter the way that you create. So now that we understand that everything is primarily an illusion, but knowledge and life are two different things. We ate from the tree of knowledge when Adam and Eve were hanging out in the garden. They ate from the tree of knowledge, but we can truthfully at this point eat from the tree of life. What I mean by that we can have immortality, we can have eternal life right here, right now. We can be eternal, and we can be exponential, and we can be infinitesimally infinite with our direct experience and be connected to that direct line of that radio frequency of source. So nothing can change that, but it's all about changing the way that you feel every single day about alignment, about meditation, about dedication, about truthfully respecting your alignment and respecting others and loving others and understanding that we're tapping more into our ethereal side, our more extraterrestrial side. And understanding that will get us a sense of what can be learned and what can be discerned. So using discernment can allow you to alleviate anything that does not fit within your authentic expression of the Creator. So it's allowing everything to immerse itself to being everything that you can try to become, that you can try to discern, and that you can try to expand upon, and that you don't have to try at your creation. You don't have to be at your creation. You just allow your creation, and you meditate on top of your own creation. You meditate on top of your own self when you're meditating. You allow that quantum acceptance to shine forth within you so that you can expand upon this infinite reality, so that that infinite reality can become absolute, so that you can become before creation and after creation. And then you allow it to truthfully understand that anything can grow from a tiny particle. Anything can grow from a little mustard seed. But you don't have to know anything. You don't have to know anything to know really who you are, to know Source, to know God, to know everything that is all that there is. So it's not something that you necessarily try at. It's not something that you aspire to be, but it's something that you resonate within. So, I felt like I got my point across, but we're going to be doing like a short meditation. So, allow yourself to tap into your true nature. Breathe in and breathe out. And allow yourself to get a sense of filling that void with the I am. Allowing yourself to tap back into that 0 point creation. Tapping back into your power. Tapping back into your majesty. And as you allow yourself to dip back into the light of your spirit and be endowed with the light of your spirit, you understand that there doesn't have to be any type of thought, emotion, sensory input, places or things, people or things, or objects or places, or even songs, or even the feeling of your feet touching the grass, or feeling like you're in outer space, but feeling into the teleportation of creation and also the omnipresent source of creation. That is what is going to allow you to tap back into your true self. An infinite reality can be made of anything, but an absolute reality can be everything. So take a deep breath. Exhale. You're just accepting the I am within your heart, within your spirit, within your mind, within your body, until that body starts emulating the higher self. And then now you can see through the lens of Source, you can see through the eyes of God. So you don't have to intend here, you don't have to affirm here, you don't have to confirm here. But this is where you can just create from an empty space of nothingness. Anything you've ever wanted, anything you've ever desired, anything that you've ever wanted to pursue, you can pursue at this very given moment. So it allows you to open up your spiritual pores, your chakras, and it allows you to be tapped in to that frequency, that radio waves, those gamma waves, those alpha waves, those beta waves, tapping into that melatonin. And it's so relaxing when you do this, because it's just opening more doors, opening more gateways, opening the door to the aspects of yourself, the monad, the I am presence. So whatever you want, whatever your heart desires, whatever really inspires you, see it, be it, dream it, believe it, ask to the point where you receive, and believe to the point you absolutely know that you're infinitely worthy of love, that you're infinitely worthy of abundance. Everything is absolutely rigged in our favor. So in a sense, the doors of heaven are laid at our feet. So immerse yourself in what any realm you want to be a part of. Any timeline, any experience, bilocate, whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want. This is where you're able to play with your creation. And you're the elevation of it always. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And what is the initial feeling of that? What is the first thing that comes to your consciousness? What is the first thing that allows you to just create exponentially? If there are so many things in your life that does not bring you joy or happiness or anything, focus on the one thing that brings you joy, that brings you happiness. And focus and align and intend upon that one thing. And run with it. So take one last deep breath, and when I snap my fingers, you'll come back to. You'll have a greater sense of clarity, you will know who you are, and you'll become the Oracle of Bloodline Wisdom, which is God in human form. And so it is. So thank you guys for tuning in to this meditation. Also, just understand that you know that nothing can be changed from a place of lack, a place of despondence, a place of chaoticness and distorted ways of thinking, as above and so below, and understanding that the true nature of experiencing and being aware and knowing is by receiving and allowing. When you're able to receive and you allow yourself to expand upon your own creation, nothing can stop it. Nothing can feel as if it can penetrate it. Nothing can feel as if it can distort it in a sense. And you don't even have to explain your true nature to anybody. But the very fact of having to explain it means that you're having to define it. And creation cannot be defined. It cannot be put in a box. It cannot be placed somewhere. So understanding that if it is defined, if it is figured out, if it is a full-fledged answer and it's not a question, then that's not true nature of consciousness. So thank you guys so much. Feel free to donate. Feel free to share out. Psychic readings, 1 hour for $100, 2 hours for $200. And also YouTube, White Wolf, the Oracle of Bloodline Wisdom, on Facebook, Instagram, White Wolf 4741, and also BitChute, White Wolf, the Oracle 23_@. So thank you guys for this meditation. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you loved it. And until next time, this is White Wolf.